Alright, video game warriors, welcome back to our Soul Reaver 2 Remastered 100% walkthrough. Hopefully you're doing alright. This is episode 5, let's get cracking. So we've got the air forge to do in this particular episode. So let's push on inside, and we've got some unique weapons to find in this forge as well that we need to use to defeat some enemies to make sure we get the achievement. So first of all we need to give this guy the old 1-2 and then get the light Reaver, as we need that straight away in this forge. There are some missable achievements in this forge as well, so we do have to make sure we grab those whilst we progress. So here you just use a light Reaver projectile on that bit there and it opens that door. So we're going to go to the edge, high jump and then glide across. I think there's 2 unique weapons in here, and there's also 2 missable achievements as well. So we're going to go Spectral Realm and jump on through. I think there's an axe weapon and something else. I can't remember exactly what it is. It's an axe and... I'll know it when I see it. So we'll just jump in. Just going to jump up here and absorb this soul. So let's look for those weapons as we explore. And yeah, there is some missable achievements, so we've got to be careful in this forge that we don't miss those achievements. So we're going to go back to the physical here. And there's a couple of weapons up on this wall, so we're going to grab this one, which I guess is an axe of some kind. And we have to defeat one of these enemies using an axe. So it kind of works towards 2 achievements at the same time. One achievement is, in fact, we've got some visitors. I'm going to go for the Reaver for these guys. Just going to run around. Ideally this axe needs to be out of the way, so let's pop that over there. Give these guys the odd 1-2. Or we could get punched in the face and turned into the Spectral Realm. It's quite scary when you get sort of like cornered in, or like blocked into an area like this, especially in the Spectral Realm. But if we just keep giving him the old 1-2, he shouldn't be too much longer until he's gone. There we go. We have unfortunately got an extra visitor in here. And when he crouches down, he kind of like ducks the Reaver completely, which doesn't help our cause. I'm going to back up here, I think, and try and get that soul if possible from around there. I'm not sure if it's going to pop round. It's not. I think it's already gone. No, we can probably still grab that, but we've got this enemy hot on our heels. So yeah, going to skip this guy and go back physical. There we go. Okay, now what I was saying before about the axe is we can grab this and it works towards 2 achievements at the same time. So we've got one achievement which is defeat an enemy using this axe, and this axe also has a special finisher, like so. So it kind of like chops the enemy in half like that. So this is the place to get that achievement there. So make sure that you defeat one of these enemies using this axe to get that special finisher move, just like that. Okay, so that is that. Then we're going to take out this enemy just as normal. There we go. And this enemy will drop us a shield, so we can use that on this door. This guy's taking ages, so I think we'll just put this down and go back to the Reaver, I think. There we go. Much faster. Anyway, so we have defeated an enemy using that axe. So we can forget about that for now. Let's head on inside. So, like I say, there is... I think that's a missable achievement that we just got there. Like chopping the enemy in half using that axe. And I'm pretty sure there's also another weapon in this forge at some point. So what we'll do is we'll do the Dark Reaver section first. So you just defeat this enemy, imbue the Reaver with darkness, and then we're going to head up here. So each of those climbable walls has got a symbol on, so you just climb up the symbol that's relevant to the Reaver. Obviously we've grabbed the dark one first, so we're going to use that first and climb up the Dark Reaver wall. Head on in. And I'm pretty confident there's another weapon somewhere in here. Let's have a look. I think it's what the enemies actually drop, so if you check what they're wielding, you'll see, I think it's classed as a scimitar. So if we give them the old one too, maybe some lunge attacks might help here. That finisher is so fun to do. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this axe. Pick up this sword, or scimitar. And now we're going to focus on using this. We have to get an enemy defeated using the scimitar, because I think this is the only point in the game where we get to have one. There we go. So we got one on that enemy there. I think I'm just going to go for one more for good measure. So just give me the old one too. There we go. So we're going to steal those souls. Yoink. Put that down, don't need it anymore. And grab the shield. Now this is where the sort of like dungeon puzzles come in. We've got a few different things to do, like different elemental reavers and a few blocks. Not block puzzles, but we've got some blocks. I'm just going to get rid of these because they kind of get in the way. And then just trying to remember what we do first. So I think you can climb up here, but I'm not sure if we should do that at first. Got a few bits and bobs to do. So we've already got the Dark Reaver. There is an eyeball on there, so just be cautious of that. I think it will activate in a sec. Yeah, so just be conscious of this eye thing here. If you stay a little bit away from it, you should be fine. So we're going to pop the Reaver into there, which creates us a bridge. And all that it really is for is this block just here, which is actually quite tricky to see, to be totally fair. It's not the most straightforward block to see, to be totally fair, but there we go. Okay, let's just give these guys the old Reaver treatment. And then this block, we're just going to pull this across here towards this wall. And this is like the puzzle of this area, basically. Just whip the old Reaver into here. That particular bit there has got to be the Dark Reaver. And then what we do next, take this guy out first. And I'm pretty confident we need the Light Reaver for something, but I can't remember right now, but we'll get there. So we'll Dark Reaver that. Make sure that it actually triggers. There we go. Then grab the Light Reaver. And head this way. And I think we go up top. What I think is really cool about the Reavers is they have like a glow like around where Raziel is, which is just awesome. And obviously with the Light Reaver, it's light, which I just think the effect is awesome. So on that bit you just basically do a high jump across there, and it will sort of, the air will kind of like blow you across the gap. Just do a glide and it will you know, blow you across this gap here. Let's grab this. So we need to take this back. What's really cool there, I just noticed that the controller was actually vibrating like a heartbeat, as that heart was just beating right in front of Raziel. Thought that was quite cool. So there is a missable achievement here. Got to be very, very careful not to miss this. So with these hearts, obviously the colours kind of relate to the colour of the heart, but there is a missable achievement. So if we head down the wrong colour, so we've gone down the green one, and we're going to put the red heart, if you can call it red, maybe it's a bit more orange, but we're going to put this heart into the green thing. And I don't know why there's a bug, like a visual bug there with these mummies, that's just a black box. No idea what's going on with that, but so we put the orange or red heart into the green air thing, and basically that zaps us into the spectral realm, and we got a secret achievement there for doing that as well. So that's how you would get that achievement. We do need to go back and get the heart because it's currently in the wrong place. So we're just going to grab those souls and then head on back down and re-grab it again. Yeah, so essentially with that achievement, just put like the incorrect coloured heart into one of these pedestals and it will zap you into the spectral realm, and then you get the achievement. But then we need to go back and actually pick up the heart from this strange sort of ominous black box over there. And then from this point we can now put it in the correct colour. So we're just going to match that up. Then we should be good. So let's go for that. Let me know how you're getting on with Soul Reaver 2 so far. Video Game Warriors, are you enjoying it? Hopefully you're enjoying your playthrough of it. What do you think to it in comparison to Soul Reaver 1? Do you miss the block puzzles? That's the main question. Okay, so now we can't really see what's happening, but basically we're putting the heart in this mummy's chest. So there we go, that's now in. And basically we just rinse and repeat that for each heart. So what we'll do next is let's just go this one. Yep, so I don't think you need an element on the Reaver for this particular door. Although if you do have an element on the Reaver, I think you can still use the door if you've got the Dark Reaver or the light. It doesn't really make a difference, I don't think. So we're going to pop on through there. No more block puzzles, Video Game Warriors. I quite enjoyed the block puzzles, to be fair, on Soul Reaver 1, but there was a lot of them, especially in the Silence Cathedral, that dungeon. I think the Silence Cathedral dungeon on Soul Reaver 1 is probably the most difficult part of the game. The cathedral is just massive. It just takes ages to get through it. I think my episode of my walkthrough on Soul Reaver 1 for the Silence Cathedral, I think that episode was something like 50 minutes long, or like 55 minutes. It's like a super, super long episode for the cathedral. Okay, so for this area here, if memory serves, we basically just go straight into Spectral. That guy's out of here, and then we're going to high jump up. And I think if memory serves, we basically just flick back and forth between the different realms and different Reavers in this particular bit. Ideally we need another soul. There we go. So pop back to physical. I'm just trying to remember the best order to do this in. I think it might be perhaps the Dark Reaver first. We've got an eye up there. Or perhaps the Light Reaver. I'm just going to try this one first. can never remember if it's the Dark Reaver first or the Light Reaver first. We'll try the Light Reaver. And then we can go over here. You can glide across. I think there is a door just here. Just trying to remember the best way to do it. But we also need the Dark Reaver, I think, to make a bridge. We do, so let's go grab Dark Reaver. I think that door that we just opened will actually close, so maybe Dark Reaver is the best one to start with. So if we grab this, you can also pull this and it changes the direction of the air. So if we glide across, we should be able to Dark Reaver this eyeball and head around and then grab this path here. I think we also need the Light Reaver, so this bridge will stay for a little while. But I think we've got to be quite quick, so if we pull this, quickly make our way here, grab the light, and then air back across. So high jump, glide please work. And then in theory we should be able to whip this door open with the light, like so. And then, fingers crossed, the bridge will be there long enough to let us pass. I'm going to go for a jump at the end just to make sure. Yeah, there we go. So manual aim, let's whip a projectile up at that light thing there. We grab the heart once again. The blue one this time. Let's go. I've got an urge to play Blood Omen video game, Warriors. I'll be honest with you, I might do some Blood Omen stuff. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do Blood Omen 1 or Blood Omen 2 or any Defiant stuff. I hadn't really planned on doing it. I planned on just doing Soul Reaver 1 and potentially Soul Reaver 2. But obviously I've decided on doing Soul Reaver 2 now. But yeah, let me know if you want to see any Blood Omen stuff or Defiant stuff from me. There is also some extra content on these remasters, like outtakes from the voice acting and stuff. So I'm not sure if you want to see any of that outtake type stuff. Maybe I could do it as like no commentary on my second YouTube channel. So I run a second YouTube channel called Video Game Galaxy, which is more like no commentary type stuff, or usually quite older games, like retro games. But it's not retro all the time on there. I'm trying to think what we do next. I think it's the light next. So we've already got the Light Reaver, but if you don't have the Light Reaver, just defeat this enemy here and then it will spawn the Light Reaver thingy. I mentioned it on episode 1 of this series as well, but I have got a no commentary long play version of this Soul Reaver 2 100%. So if you wanted like a no commentary version, you can find that on Video Game Galaxy, which is my second YouTube channel. So you can find a link to that at my website, which is Azzavhar.com. Or it's also on my main Azzavhar YouTube channel. My main Azzavhar sort of like YouTube homepage, it's on there as well. If you want to see no commentary, long play type stuff. Quite a few games on that channel, like Theme Park World is one of my favourites on there. A game called Black and White 2. Theme Hospital's on there as well. Loads of stuff. Right, I'm just trying to think what we do in this section. Gonna head on up. We've already got the light Reaver. I think there's air kind of blowing in this direction, so to avoid that, basically we just go spectral and then glide across. You can try and grab some souls. If there's any about, I might have to go down and yes, I think we're going to have to get down and dirty with these enemies here, so let's go for it. No souls to grab. It's still not... I'm sure on Soul Reaver 2 these take ages to defeat. They take, you know, way more hits than in Soul Reaver 1. I think so anyway. Okay, cool. So that's that. We can now... Oh, glide. It didn't work again. I'm going to go back to physical realm. Whip out the old Reaver. It's going to give these guys the old Reaver treatment because they can get in the way. And this guy is like the master of ducking Reaver swings. It's like he's been training all his life to dodge this Reaver, and now his time has come. Okay, so Dark Reaver has been obtained. Just trying to think. I think it's just a case of popping that into there. Not sure if we have to do any light Reaver stuff in this section. And then I'm pretty confident we jump up somewhere. Yes, that's what we do. It's a case of grabbing that, but I think we might be a little bit late. I'm not sure if the bridge is gonna stay for us. It's not, so let's just quickly do that again. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do that. Oh no, we're going to have to drop down and take out this enemy. So let's just give him the old Reaver treatment. There we go. And we should be able to get that from here, I think. So yeah, my bad. We should be able to get the light Reaver first, which is just behind us. So we're going to jump across. Physical realm, Dark Reaver, and then don't forget to quickly just grab the light Reaver from behind you after activating this bridge. Let's do that. Jump across. So bridge, then light Reaver. There we go. And we should be smooth sailing from there. There we go. And high jump, glide, please work. Got it. Nice one. Projectile onto this. And this is the last bit of this forge. Grab that. Don't forget to pause the game as well. So if you are going for the 6 hours achievement, completing the game in under 6 hours, if you got to go AFK and stuff like that, then make sure to pause. Instead of like leaving the game running or leaving the game, like for example on the map, that will still make time tick. I think even if you press select to bring up the thingy menu, spectral menu, I think that also makes time tick as well. So you definitely make sure to press pause so your time's not ticking away. There is a bit of a tricky bit. Like one of the trickiest achievements in the game is we have to complete Janos's dungeon like really fast. I think it's in 15 minutes or so, or within 15 minutes. And it can be a little bit tricky. It's not too far away, to be fair. So we'll need to be doing that quite soon. Other than that, in this dungeon, we're just going to jump on up. Make sure you've got like a light Reaver or a dark Reaver here. So we'll need to use it, so whip out the old Reaver, and then you just fire this at the relevant element. So that's the light one up there. Then jump back down. Let's grab the dark one. There we go. And pop that. We can also get an extra achievement after we get access to this air Reaver. There's a move that we can do that like triggers a achievement, so we'll grab that in just a sec. Okay, so that is that. Then make sure to, I'm not sure if we have to manually press, yeah we do. So press this. There we go, so we've got a health upgrade and obtain the Air Reaver achievement unlocked. Congratulations. So basically, this Air Reaver essentially activates these thingies. You can hold RB, which is supposed to sort of like make you glide a bit more sort of like directly upwards instead of forwards and upwards. Which sometimes helps. I don't think it always helps that much, to be totally fair, but it kind of stops you from being pushed like too far forwards while actually gliding up, basically. One last call for the weapons. Make sure you've used the axe and the scimitar earlier in this dungeon to defeat those enemies, and also get an axe kill on one of the, I think they're called thralls. That's an achievement as well. Once again, all you do there is just a projectile, so just manually aim and then projectile at these walls. If the wall is kind of like crumbled type thing, you can just smash through it with the Air Reaver. Also, video game warriors, if you are enjoying this video and this Soul Reaver series that I'm doing, don't forget to pop this video a like. I would massively appreciate it. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos from me, game guides, boss guides, tutorials, beginner guides. I've covered loads of games, hundreds and hundreds of games. So the achievement is if you do a Air Reaver projectile shot at an enemy, you can sort of like knock them like this, and that is also an achievement. So make sure to be doing that as well, as we're going for all achievements here. All you do is just fire the projectile at an enemy and just lift them up into the air like so. That's all there is to it, and that's that achievement. There is also a cool trick with the Air Reaver in terms of in the swamp area, which is not massively obvious, but if you have the Air Reaver and you're walking over the swamp, then the swamp actually doesn't slow you down as long as you have the Air Reaver equipped. So you can sort of run at normal speed over the swamp if you've got the Air Reaver equipped, which I thought is quite a cool little detail they've put in there. Okay, so that is that. So we've got the Air Reaver, and then we can head on back. I think if you want to get some health back, this, in fact, I'm going to stay in the physical because I want to keep the Air Reaver. But there is a planar portal just there, so if you need to grab it, then grab it. Okay, I'm just trying to remember. I can hardly see where I'm going at the minute. It is quite dark. I believe we just head back down here. And we've got another time warp to do in just a sec. I don't know if we can skip these guys, potentially. Yeah. Let's do that. Also, video game warriors, I am releasing my own video game on Steam. The game is called Loki the Lynx. It's a 2D platformer collectathon. I should be releasing it in 2025, so if you are into platformer collectathons, then definitely go wishlist that game. That would be absolutely awesome. I think we need to pull this lever. Yeah, so wait until this door clicks into place. But yeah, I'll leave a link to my video game Steam page in this video, so if you are interested, then definitely check it out. Gonna grab this guy's soul. And essentially what we're doing at the minute is just kind of like heading back towards the swamp area. This bit can get a little bit spicy. And I think we'll pop a save as well. Let's just check the time that we're currently on with this run. So we'll pop a save on the next slot down. I'm just going to save it again so I can see what our time is. 2 hours 31. Okay, that's not too bad. Should be good. But yeah, playing this remaster is kind of making me want to play all of the Legacy of Kain games. So I'm not sure if I'll do any more Legacy of Kain guides after this series. I'm not too sure. Feel free to let me know. I'll probably be dropping back into game dev, to be totally fair, because I've got some work to do on Loki the Lynx, so I'll be working on that after this series, I think. Which I'm quite excited to release next year, 2025. So on this bit, yeah, basically there's nothing too crazy to explain really here. It's just literally a case of following the path back. This bit is a little bit dodgy here. You actually just need to go up the side of this cliff and then jump to the right here instead of dropping down, which you wouldn't like naturally really do because it's not easy to see that really. So back to the swamp. So this is the part that I was talking about. Basically, if you have the air Reaver, then you can walk on this swamp here and it will not slow down, which I thought was pretty cool. There is an achievement that we need to do quite soon, which is defeat 3 sorceresses without taking a hit, which can be a little bit tricky, but it's not too bad. Just going to save this over the next slot. The enemy is just patiently waiting for us. Thank you very much for us to save our game. It's very kind of him. But yeah, if you walk on the swamp now with the air Reaver, you can just run across it normally. Which I thought was awesome. It's really cool. But yeah, in terms of like videos, I probably will go back to game dev after this because it's not too far from Christmas. There's only a few days until Christmas now. So we'll probably wrap up this Soul Reaver 2, walk through a series, and then we've got Christmas and New Year's and all that lot. So get through that, and then I'll probably go back into developing video games after this. So nothing too crazy with that one. You just fire the Reaver at this point here, at this door. This is towards the entrance of the swamp. Pop the air Reaver into here. And glide up. I'm holding down RB there as well a little bit, even though this is quite difficult to see, but you have to kind of glide across this section using the air Reaver stuff. And this basically gives us access to this time streaming chamber over here, which once again will change the time era. There is also a secret achievement that we have to get in just a sec. When we go to the next time era, we will have to go to a particular place to get a missable achievement, and you wouldn't naturally go there, so we will need to do that in just a sec. However, video game warriors, I think what we will do here is wrap up this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.